Alright, what's going on everybody, it's Liam here, and welcome to today's video on the channel. And in today's video, I have a commentary for y'all, and I have the best builds for level 160 PvP and PvE. Now, I did have a video on the channel previously, y'all probably saw that last month, but KingsIsle has recently changed a lot of the gear with the new gear audit system they've basically done here, and everything is all up in the air now, so I figured there's due time to make another video updated for this stuff. Now, I'm going to start off with advanced mode slash PvP mode. I will have timestamps in the description or comments if you want to skip ahead to the PvE stuff. But honestly, Storm has some pretty decent stats this update. You know, it's not terrible in the meta at all. It's a lot better than it has been, at least for all of 5th Age. I am doing pretty good on my Storm personally. I have a decent win-to-loss ratio, and, you know, half of the losses I had was because I didn't upgrade my gear fully, so that was my fault, but I'm doing pretty good so far this season. I'm probably going to try to go for Warlord if I can, and yeah, I will show you guys what I have been running. First one I will show off is the regular Storm build that I used to get up to Marshal. Now, I have about 8.8k health. Keep in mind, I am missing a health jewel, so 8.8k health, max damage, which is really good, 51 resist, which isn't bad, you know, 51 is pretty decent for a Storm. I have a balance pin because balance just absolutely collapsed Storm right now. 42 accuracy with a little bit to myth, obviously to not fizzle stuns. Really good crit, 762, that's really good. Having an extra 100 critical is really important. You can get like a 2 to 3% more multiplier on your opponent, and on big hits like Rasolka or Owl or, like, you know, like a Scion, it's really important to get that little bit of damage. Our crit block is really good as well for a Storm. 56 Pierce, which is absolutely beautiful. I love it. We have a 50-50 chance to pip conserve, which doesn't really matter too much right now. Shads obviously are not on the new Aeon gear, but it doesn't really matter when you have cards like Owl, King Art, Catch of the Day, right? You can play around with it, and if everybody's running the full Aeon gear set, it's basically like Shadow, like, you know, nothing really got changed because Shadow rating is a comparative stat. Now, obviously, we have 101 pips, so we don't pip fail or fizzle, and I have a bit of Arch Mastery. Now, what I am running for this setup is obviously Aeon, which I love for a Storm. I am running Nullity Blade over the Aeon Sword. Now, there are some builds you can run with Aeon Sword, but I'm not going to get too much into that in this video. But do know, if you do not have access to raids, Aeon Sword is really good. You just have to swap up things a little bit. But I would definitely recommend Nullity for my build personally. Then I am running the Eternal Athame, which is very, very good. I cannot stress this enough, guys. I've won so many games just having this Athame. It's very important to get, and I'd highly recommend getting it. Myth Mastery, obviously, because Storm does not have a good mono school mastery like most other schools. Same thing with Fire. You just don't have a good mono school amulet that can compete with this amulet. So definitely get this if you can. I have the Fractal Ring, which is pretty solid, and I am running this pet right here. If you want to run a bubble pet, that's also fine. If not, I'd recommend the Beetle for sure. The Elf pet is decent as well, but I would prefer Beetle or bubble pet if you have that. Then I'm rocking the Clockwork Courser as well, which is pretty cool, and the Fractal Aeon deck. So I don't have a triangle socket here. I could socket something if I wanted to, but I don't really want to, you know. I would rather have, you know, better stats with critical and block, and I'd rather have a whole tier socket because Storm really struggles with health right now in the meta at max level. So if you have that tier socket, you can actually get a bit more health, and it can win you games, and it has won me a lot of games personally. But yeah, overall, you know, really good stats for a Storm. I'm pretty happy with it, you know, in the meta at the moment. Right now, I think the only issue, at least in the meta, is certain schools that have damage that aren't supposed to have damage, which is like, you know, that's a problem on KingsIsle's end, but, you know, Storm does the most damage right now, along with Myth, and it's pretty nice to see you can run whatever you want play however you want, and obviously do damage on a storm right now in this meta. But yeah, without further ado, let's get onto the PvE build. Alright, now for the Storm PvE build, I am missing my Chompy Bronto set bonus, so keep in mind, I am missing 6 damage, as you can see right here. So we'll just add that onto the damage we have on the stat page. So you have about 8.1k, which is pretty solid. 216 damage, again, if I have the set bonus, I'm actually at 222. Keep in mind, damage is capped right now at 220, so you'll only get 4% from the Chompy Bronto, but you will be hitting max damage value, which I would definitely recommend going for if you can. 30 resist, which honestly isn't terrible. Perfect accuracy, 800 critical, which again is really, really solid. Decent block rating, 51 pierce, which is absolutely nuts. Perfect pip chance, and a little bit of arch mastery, which can be helpful in PvE. A little bit of shad rating too. And then P-Serve and, you know, stun resist obviously is very subjective. So I am running the Aeon hat right now with the Nullity Storm Robe for 160. Now you can run Aeon Cape and have a decent build as well, but I think Nullity is personally just a lot better. This is the only way you can hit the damage cap right now, to my knowledge, at least efficiently and having good stats. Then we have the Aeon Boots here, which is pretty solid. Aeon Wand, obviously. Aeon, with the Shane Amulet. You can run Goon if you really like that, you know, item card. It is pretty solid. But I like having the Flagalobs one, especially at the higher level worlds. Then, again, we have the standard pet with the set bonus on the mount that I do not have after 100k crowns. And the Aeon deck for the most critical, obviously the biggest multiplier, and the little bit of health you get. But yeah, that's really all I have for the video, guys, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. There is a PvP ward build I could show y'all, but I actually changed my mind when I was recording this video. I would rather not recommend players to ward in my videos, because I think warding in general is just, you know, kind of dumb. I wish the game was balanced better, so warding wouldn't have to be a thing in the meta. But I'm just not going to include that in this video, because I feel like, you know, these are the best builds for majority of players, and these will get you a lot of wins. Again, I got up to Marshall with the build I showed y'all in this video, so yeah, it's really solid. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, rating, and subscribe if you made it this far. I do post every day, if not every other day, and I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna head out. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for being here, and as always, take care, guys.